In this video, I'm going to walk you through setting up your first Facebook ads from scratch, tailored for beginners. Now, if you've never run ads before or you're unsure that you've got everything right, spare me about 20 minutes and I'll save you, easy for me to say, endless frustration trying to figure it out alone. We'll cover the essentials, getting your structure in place, creating the campaign in Ads Manager, key settings like objectives and targeting, building the ad creative, and tips to get it live and optimized. Hyperlinks are available in the description so you can jump to specific sections if you need to. I know you're busy, but want to stick around for the full guide as it will not just save you time, it will improve your results too. So let's start with the foundation. You need the right asset structure before diving into your ads. So the first thing that you want to do is head over to business.facebook.com/overview while logged into your personal Facebook account. Click create account and fill in your business details. It's quick, it just takes a minute or two, and if you already have a business manager, going to that URL will take you straight in. Your business manager acts like the umbrella for all of your meta ads assets, such as your ad account, your Facebook pages, Instagram profiles, and more. Now, don't worry if yours looks simpler than mine, as I'm an agency, we manage lots of different clients, so don't worry about that, it might look a little bit different. So once you're in, select the settings here and ensure that your Facebook business page, Instagram account, Ads Manager account, WhatsApp account, and Pixel are all linked under one profile. You will see that down here. So you can see here all the pages that we manage that are listed. You can see the ad accounts that are listed, business asset groups, commerce accounts, Instagram accounts, and more. Now, even if it's just you in the business, assign yourself to have full control of everything, because that's how you're going to better manage this system. You can also invite various other people to the business manager and assign them from individual access to various assets. This is where you control who can do exactly what in your business. And quite simply, all you'll do is you'll come up here to invite people. You will enter the email address that is associated with their Facebook account, their personal Facebook account, and then you hit next. That's all really simple. They'll get a notification to that email, they accept it, and then they're imported in. But once you are in, you need to assign them individual access to different assets. So you would come down here and you will click on assign assets and you will work your way down, select the assets, select the level of control that you want them to have, and then you would click assign. But I'm not going to do that because we are already set up correctly there. With your structure set, head to Ads Manager, click All Tools in the Business Suite, then Ads Manager. So this is the Ads Manager, and this is where you create and manage all of your campaigns. From now on, we're going to avoid boosting posts directly from the app as it limits your options. In Ads Manager, you want to switch to the campaign view, which is going to show you this. Facebook campaigns have 3 levels. You have the campaign level, which is where you set your objective and budget, your ad set level, which is about targeting and scheduling, and then you have your ads, which is more about your creative. But before you build your campaigns, you need to set up your tracking, because ads will not work very well without tracking. Tracking is simply how you measure what people do once they see your ads on Meta. Good tracking allows you to know exactly how your ads are performing so that you can make informed decisions about return on investment and budget increases. There is a variety of ways to set up your tracking, but in the main, you will need a pixel and your conversion API. And once you've done that, you will need to set up your events. Now let's dive in and I will show you how. Okay, so you want to come down here and select for the Events Manager, but if it isn't pinned to the main options, it will be in this All Tools section, so you can click on that as well. Okay, so the pixel is actually really simple to set up. We do have a full-length video about this, and there's plenty of others out there that aren't as good, but they do exist. It's not difficult. So there are a variety of ways to set up a pixel. I'm going to give you a really quick whistle-stop tour about how you do that right now, but if you want a full guide, then there are videos on my channel, so subscribe, go find those, and that will give you the walkthrough, the step-by-step set. So what you're going to do is you're going to select Connect Data here, click Web, and select Next, and then create new data set. Then you want to name it something relevant to your business. So you might want to type in Jamie new pixel, and then you would click create. I'm not going to do that right now because this client account already has pixels set up and everything's working smoothly. Once you create it, this is what you will see. It will appear up here. So you can then select the pixel there, and then you want to select on the integrations here, and you can manage it. This option might not be there because you won't have yet set up an integration, but you can click on integration, meta pixel, and set up. And then if you just go to get started, that will then give you your pixel code here, and you copy that, and then Meta gives you the instructions for what you need to do. If you're not particularly technically minded, what you can do is send that with the instructions, send the code, copy the code, send that with the instructions to your web developer. They will know what to do. And often if you're using WordPress or Wix or Squarespace, a lot of these website builders, they will have just sections. You can just chuck that in. There's a variety of other ways to do it. I'm not going to cover that all in order to keep the video moving along, but make sure that you have your pixel set up and your conversion API. And once you've done that, you need to be looking at how to set up your actual events. And this all needs doing before you launch your first ad. So to set up your events, we have 2 fantastic videos that show you step by step exactly how to do this. And if the video editor can show the thumbnail here so you can go and quickly find that. So to set up your initial events, really simple. So you're going to click on manage integrations there, and you're going to come here to Metapixel, and you're going to click open event setup tool. You're going to click open event setup tool there, and that's going to ask you what event you want. This will only work if your pixel is set up correctly. So hopefully that is done. So we're going to put the website in there, and we're going to click add event, and what that will do is it will open up your website, and then this little dialog box is going to open. Once we've done that, we're going to click on whatever we want to do, whether that's track a new button, and you can see that will open up all of your buttons there. So let's say that I want to track the amount of people that are going to the summer sale page, and I might want to put that down as well, I can do it as anything. But let's say I want to do that as view content, and I'm not going to choose a value on the page, and I'm going to click confirm, and you can see that goes in there. I can also do it for tracking a URL, so if there's a specific page. This works great for e-commerce or anything really when there's like a thank you page. So when they make the sale or submit themselves as a lead and there's a thank you page, you can track the URL visits, and you can select what you want to do. Let's say, for example, I do it as a lead, and then I can select the value on the page. So the dynamic value, the value that changes depending on what they're buying, I can track that. Now, if I clicked confirm, that would set up those events, but like I said, my client here is already really well set up, so I'm not going to do that now for them. And then what you would see is all of the data starts to populate down here. This is tracking everything, and this is tracking the individual events. Now for this client, they've got a custom coded website. It's a little bit challenging to work with because of its being custom coded. It will work better if you're using some of the more main suppliers of websites, the main platforms of websites like WordPress, for example. We're just tracking add to carts, page views, and purchases, because that's really all we're interested in for that client. So now your tracking is set up. Let's look at how to actually build a campaign. So I'm going to navigate back to the campaign level by just selecting here. And when you want to create your first campaign, you're going to click create, and this is the first thing that you're going to see. And you're going to have 6 different options. Most of you aren't going to be doing app promotion, so that's really 5 options. You have awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, and sales. But which one should you select? And the answer to that is actually really simple. What do you want to achieve? If you want people to buy through your website, you do a sales campaign. If you want people's contact details, for them to leave all their details, name, address, email, etc., submit their details through your website or on a Facebook form, that's a leads campaign. If you want just people to watch a video, to engage, like, comment, share, that's an engagement campaign. Primarily when people are boosting posts, that is actually what they're doing. They're just running a really micro engagement campaign. A traffic campaign will spray lots and lots of people onto your website, but they might not be the most advanced buyers at that time, so they might just be sort of general shoppers. This is kind of the equivalent of people just walking past your shop window, whereas a sales campaign will find people who drive them actually into your store, who are more likely to buy. And awareness campaigns, we're actually using these less and less. Most of the time we're just using them for down there where it says store or location awareness. So when clients have physical stores, this is what we do. We do a store awareness campaign, because when you run the campaign, it's got a little get directions button, and when people click on that, they can go straight to the location. Works really well for a jewelry client that we have that is in Cambridge City. Really busy. Think about it. Somebody's sitting at Pret, they're getting a coffee, they're getting a cake, they're on their phone, they're scrolling Facebook, and we tell them, hey, there's a great jewelry store just around the corner. They click get directions and they find out it's 2-3 minutes away. This drives people in. Outside of that, I would generally go with some of the other campaign types. So this is an example campaign from one of our clients. The campaign level, after you've created that campaign, it's going to ask you to start populating all of this stuff. What I would say is in here with the campaign name, it's really, really important that you name it something that is going to be memorable to you. If you look at all of the different campaigns that we have run down here for this client, this is what you're going to end up with when you start running campaigns regularly. And as a result, if you just left it like new campaign and that's it, you don't put any information in there, when you start looking at all of your campaigns and you want to test and analyze the difference between different stuff that you've been testing and trying over the years, you're not going to be able to determine what works best. And actually the beauty, the power of Facebook marketing will come 12 months down the line when you've done all the testing and done all of the analysis, and without naming it properly, you can't do that. So get that right. And you can see here, we've just named this LJ from my agency, Lilac James, Chimes Home and Garden. This is the end of summer sale 2025 and it's a sales campaign. And by just writing that at a scan, we know exactly what that is, when we ran it, and what was the campaign objective. These things here are generally not going to change, so I wouldn't worry too much about those. You can run Advantage Plus catalog ads. It's more an advanced strategy, and that is specifically for e-commerce. This is where you can control the budget. You can see at the moment, clients just spending a small amount, £80 a day, which works out, I think, around £3,500 a month. And then this is where you can segment your audience reporting. Again, more of an advanced strategy. That means that when you have a look at the data and you're reporting, you can see which of your sales have been made to existing clients or cold customers, because that's really, really important data. Are you just using Facebook to resell, or are you finding new customers? Because you might want to vary your strategy depending on that. But let's talk about this level, which is the ad set level. This is where you're going to set a lot of different things. Again, we know here that we're just targeting the United Kingdom and that we're using the broad Advantage Plus audience. We scroll down, what we're wanting to do, this is the performance goal. You will get lots of different settings depending on what you want. So if you are running a sales campaign like we are here, we just want to maximize the amount of conversions. Now this client, all of their products are relatively high ticket. Their average sale is about £900 to about £3,000, somewhere in that, and they don't really mind what somebody buys. But if you have some products that you're selling for, say, £3,000 and others that are more high frequency and you're selling those for £50, the danger is that Meta algorithm just starts prioritizing for those lower ticket sales, and those aren't the ones that you want to drive. So you can have maximized number of conversions or maximize the value of your conversions, but just consider that performance goal and set it for what it is you want. That will vary depending on the campaign type that you are running. Select it, link it with the right pixel, and then this bit is really, really important here, which is the conversion event. That is what you want the campaign to achieve. Here, we just want to achieve purchases. We want people to part with their money for our products. It's as simple as that. But in other occasions, it might be that you want to optimize for a lead. It might be that you want to optimize for a newsletter subscription. It might be that you want to optimize just for people to come to your website so they can have a look around, so you can start looking at the data. So think about what it is you want your advertising to achieve and make sure that that is set up correctly. That purchase event is linked to the tracking work that we did a couple of minutes ago, so it has to be set up correctly for this to work for you. And we do have other videos about what are called test events, so you can test when somebody makes a purchase through your website that data is actually pulled through correctly, and there's a great video about that on the channel. Okay, then we have budget schedule. So this is quite simply where we've set this campaign to just run on a daily. So it's just gonna run until we tell it not to, and it's gonna spend that £80 every single day until we switch it off. However, you might have a limited time because you might be running ads for a specific event, and that event has a particular cutoff day, like the AI marketing workshop that we're setting up. It has a specific event, and we will run ads until the day before it closes. And to do that, quite simply, select set the end date, and then you go in from there. Audience targeting, this is all set at the ad set level. This is where you target different groups of people. Facebook used to be able to go really, really super granular here. So you used to be able to say target people who are aged between 20 and 25, females only, 10 miles from my local town, etc. You used to be able to go really, really niche. Nowadays, what Facebook wants is high quality data, which is why you need your tracking via your Pixel and Conversion API. And if you have any like existing customer lists, so you can upload that into the system, you can create audiences. Give Facebook as much data as it can about who your ideal target customer is and set your audience to broad. Now, naturally, with any Facebook advertising, you will have to test that. You will have to see what works best. But generally speaking, just let the algorithm do its thing. Advantage Plus, get that turned on. It will automatically be turned on, to be honest. And here you can add suggestions or controls. Controls are just where you want to exclude certain people. So you might want to exclude existing customers. You might say to yourself, actually, my existing customers don't rebuy. Kind of like my client there at Chimes Home and Garden. Generally, an existing client is going to buy some fantastic garden furniture and then they're not going to rebuy because the stuff's built to last. So what we do is we exclude their custom audiences around that. And you can add audience suggestions around here, and you can do that around demographics, interests, and behaviors. This is just basically giving the algorithm a good guide. If you're selling theatre tickets, you might want to have some detailed targeting suggestions in here around theatre. And to do that, you open it up, you search things. So if I put in theatre, and then you can see the various different options that it gives me around here, whether they're interests, job titles, fields of study, if they're an employer, etc., or whether they went to school. So just be a little bit careful around that. Placements, just leave it broad. Sometimes people say, I just want to restrict it to Instagram, I just want to restrict it here and there and etc. Leave it broad at the beginner's level. Leave it broad, allow the algorithm to do its thing and work out which placements are working best for you. Okay, finally, we have the ad level, and this is where we actually build the adverts that people are going to see. So again, we want to put stuff in here. This is just one of the ads that I've picked at random. So this is ad 10, Advantage Plus catalog, all products, and it's a slideshow. So what I'm doing again is communicating exactly what this advert is. So at a glance, we can see which ad is performing better than others. When you scroll down, you have to link it to the correct Facebook page and the correct Instagram account and Threads account if you have one. And then, do you want to do a manual upload or Advantage Plus catalog ad? Let me show you a manual because that's not so much an advanced feature. So manual is where you upload it independently, and Advantage Plus catalog is where you connect your Facebook ads account to your website, to your catalog, and it pulls data and it creates ads based around what your target customer is actually searching for and looking for. But you can see here, all with this ad that we're looking to do is advertise this big discount that we're running, the fact that it's an end of summer sale, and we're looking to bring people in to shop around and then purchase. So we're doing a single image or video. You can do carousels and collections, and I would suggest, like you can see here, that we've got lots of different ads. We've probably got about 20 different ads in there. Oh no, I think it's 15 different ads in there. And we have mixes of everything. So we've got videos, we have single image, we have carousels, and we have collections. Then you want to set your destination link. This is quite simply where you tell when people click on that button, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to go to an individual product or a collection of products or to your homepage, etc.? It's really, really straightforward. Then we have the copy. So you can see here that we actually only running 3 different copy variations. The reason we're only running 3, you can have up to 5, it's just because we've been running ads for these people for a long, long time, and we've got to a point where we know exactly what is working the best for them. At the first, when you first start running your ads, make use of all 5 copy variations. Test different hooks, which is the bit that people see before they have to click this ... see more. So test what different things people are saying, different calls to action. We know that what really moves the needles and drives sales for this client is the fact they have free delivery, 0% finance, and it's that bit of social proof, 50,000 happy customers, right? This is what we write about because trust is a big thing that we have to overcome if people are going to be spending thousands of pounds with this client. This is where you have your AI variations. If you want to use them, we don't find it writes the best copy just yet. That will improve. Headlines, exactly the same. You can have up to 5. We've just got 3 because we know what's working best. At this point, we know what's moving the needle. This is where you can set your button. So what you want your button to say, just tell people what you want them to do. Shop now, buy now, contact us, visit website, whatever it might be. Tell them what you want them to do. There's all sorts of other features, but they are more advanced. This is designed to just be that whistle-stop tour to get you off the ground to get you moving. So that should be everything that you need to know to get started with advertising on Facebook ads. You need your business manager account. You need your ads manager account. You have to assign relevant people access to those assets. If you set that up correctly, your business manager will be able to control all of your assets across Facebook for your business. Make sure that you, as the business owner or marketing manager, has access as a must. The amount of times I've seen businesses come to us and they say, well, Becky, who left 3 years ago, set all of this up and now she's left and there was a bit of a fallout and we don't know where she is, we don't know how to contact her anymore. It can be an absolute nightmare to then get that right. So make sure that you have access. And then when you're running your campaigns, first and foremost, get that tracking set up on your events manager. You have to have a pixel, you have to have Conversion API. There are other videos on our channel that are gonna help you do those things. When you have done that, then you can build your campaigns. Just follow the advice in this video, work through it step by step, take your time to go through each individual section, consider what it means, input it correctly, and then get it live. And you want enough budget. Ideally, I wouldn't be going less than say £300 a month, but really you want to be going more. You want to be really pushing this to about £1,000. Monitor, test, see what data you're getting back, improve as you go along. When campaigns stop working, kill them, go again, improve them, and you will smash it, I promise you. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.